Good morning, it's me. I'm back. I'm Stephanie Flath, Stampin' Up demonstrator, and you can find me anytime on my website, dazzledbystamping.com. I'm here with you today. I have projects to show you. Sorry if I'm out of breath. I got down here in the nick of time and then realized my phone was upstairs. That doesn't work well for doing a Facebook Live. So anyway, so I'm here with you. Let me know when you get on. Tell me hi. Say hello, whatever. Hi, Jamie. I'm glad you're here. So I'm going to show you the beautiful Blizzard bundle. And but also I want to talk to you this morning. Hi Susan, thanks for watching. I also want to talk to you about, did you order? Yes, I did order. I ordered, I had a workshop that I had to place an order for today, and people were quick trying to grab stuff for that. And also I did my pre-order too, Jamie. I love it. I had to have the rectangle framelits. Had to have them. I got plenty of other stuff in the pre-order with the product purchase premiere, whatever you call that. I don't know if I say that right ever. I got plenty of stuff, and I haven't even played with most of it yet. But there were definitely some things that I had to have now. So so anyway, we had a year-end closeout start today. And one of the most amazing things on there, I don't know if you guys have this at all yet or not, but the Christmas Traditions punch box is on there. And I've shown it, I think, twice on my Facebook Lives, and I show it for, I used it on my mini file folder. Hi, Marcia. I used it on my mini file folder, the doily bundle. I don't remember what that is. It must not have caught my attention. I'll have to look at it closer. Hi Dina, thanks for watching. If you don't have the Christmas Traditions punch box, you have to get it because it's so cute. I used it on my mini file folders. I made several cards with it. You can look on my blog or on my business page or whatever. In the catalog, it's $45. Right now, for the year-end closeout, it is $27. That's shocking. And if you like French, Diane, I know Diane Bill likes French. I'm going to have to tell her. It's even cheaper. So, crazy. So, I love it. It's amazing because kind of, except for your cardstock and adhesive, everything's in there. There's ink pads and stamps and block and punch. Too cute. So anyway, if you need to be talked into it, just look up my blog. I didn't need to be talked very hard to get it, but I already had it. So anyway, so there's other stuff on there. Like usual for something like this, everything is while supplies last. So you just have to keep that in mind and get it sooner than later, of course. So let's see, what else do I have to share? Did you guys read my blog yesterday? A couple, I had a workshop last night, and so some of my people saw my, yeah, I know, Dina, you don't have it yet, do you? I know that Lynn does. Yeah, you need to go place an order. So a few of my people saw what I was talking about yesterday on my blog. One of the things that, I thought of it with the, okay, so one of the sayings in the beautiful Blizzard is, if a hug were a snowflake, I'd send you a blizzard. I love the saying, but I don't think that I'd really send a blizzard. Like nobody wants to send a blizzard. I don't wish a blizzard on anyone. But then it made me think of, like, it was talking about hugs, and it made me think of my nephew Emilio. He's 5, and my sister and her family sent me they sent me a box of or a package for my birthday, and it included 50 hugs and kisses, and the note that Teresa had in it was that Emilio was thankful that he didn't have to deliver them in person. And then it was even better because when I texted her to thank her for the for the package and say that I loved it and that Emilio cracked me up and that I could totally picture him. She said that when they were discussing sending me a gift and we're talking about the 50 hugs, his eyes got really big and his hand slowly went up to his mouth. I love it. He cracks me up. So he wasn't all about the 50 hugs and kisses to me, except that the chocolate ones. Sorry, just a sec. Okay, that didn't help. So sorry. Okay, so I'm using the beautiful Blizzard bundle. Well, first I'm going to show you in the catalog. No, I'm on the wrong page. I'm on the page for the Christmas Traditions punch box, so I didn't forget to show you that. Okay, so first of all, here it is in the catalog, page 39. So there's the stamp set, and then this, am I in the right spot? Yep, there's this great big thinlet. So, the thinlet's kind of cool. And when we were on the cruise, we got to have a, what do they call it? A share fair. That's what they called it. So Stampin' Up! Chose 8 demonstrators to give them new product and have them come up with a display or a demonstration or whatever with those products. And I fell in love with the one, and then I just never got to having a class with it. I gotta make sure that I say her name right. She was from Germany. Her name was Ilonka Schneider. Now, I don't know if that would be the correct pronunciation or intonation or whatever you want to call it, being German, but anyway, she had a great idea that I loved. So I'm actually going to be making 3 cards today, all starting with one thing, with the start of one thing. So I'm going to start with this thinlet and cutting out this thinlet. And while I'm talking, I'm gonna work a little bit before I put you down. You know, I always put you down, so I can't see your comments. I can't see who's getting on, but you can see what I'm doing stamp-wise. So, so last week, or was it 2 weeks ago? I don't remember. I'm peeling off the backing of the multi-purpose adhesive sheet. I love these things. You remember, you peel the words off and throw the words away. Don't throw the plane away. That's no good. So last week I mentioned that although it was suggested to use the precision base plate with the snow is glistening and the snowfall thinlets, I didn't suggest it with when you're using the white velvet sheets. They just kind of like got crammed into the thinlets. I'm just getting extra adhesive off here right now. I don't like it being on the edges and then sticking to my platform or my plates, I mean. So with the white velvet paper, it just kind of dug into the thinlets and just got stuck in there really well. Well, what I found with this one, well, I'm not using the white paper, obviously. It's gone and it's not available. So I'm just using white cardstock, or I have a piece that is Highland Heather also. Excuse me, I have the multi-purpose adhesive sheet on the back, and I'm using this thinlet, and it really did help a lot actually to use the precision base plate And so when I put it through my the Big Shot, I'm going to run it through kind of cockeyed this way. You could go this way and then go this way, but I just decided to do something a little bit different, so I did it as far as it would go this way and then as far as it would go this way. And it really did help it to cut better. And then the other thing that I did, I haven't used this in a long time. You guys, some of you guys may not have even seen it, like Dina specifically may not have seen it. This helped too. This is the Big Shot die brush, and I don't know if it's die brush and matte or just die brush, and it comes with a matte. I don't know what it's called. But this actually really helped everything to come out also. So I'm going to use the Big Shot, and I'm going to use the die brush, but I'm not actually going to literally poke out everything. I have another one that I'm ready to work with it. So I decided to just use one color, and that's Highland Heather today. Highland Heather and white and black. But you can get a lot of looks with it. I just wanted to go easy with what I was trying to come up with. I'm always last minute. Oh man, such a problem with that. But you can get a lot of different looks, so I'm gonna show you that. So if you have any questions, obviously tell me, comment, whatever. If I don't see them when I'm stamping because I put you down, but I'll go back to you and I'll answer your questions. And the other thing is, so I think I'm going to be having, oh, I know, I love Highland Heather. It's one of my new favorites, Marsha. That, and I'm working on a swap right now for one of my groups. It is soft sea foam and Highland Heather actually, and it's quite beauteous, I must say. Anyway, so I have partials made, or I have stuff going already. Yeah, I do the same thing, Dina. I don't use the die brush very often. So I have partials going, but I'm gonna make 3 cards, and so again, you're not just gonna win it by just commenting. You're gonna have to share my video, then like my video or like my post, and comment that you shared it. So but I have 3 cards up for grabs, and you'll see them shortly. So anyway, so if you have questions, let me know, and I'm gonna put you down and do some stamping. So I'm gonna put you down for the big shotting too. So here we go. Okay, so I am using the precision base plate. When you do this, I didn't use the magnetic platform. I just didn't feel a need to bother with it. But this precision base plate takes the place of one of the cutting mats, so it becomes one of the mats. And I have my adhesive side down, cardstock up, and my thinlet is cut side down. And just in case you're wondering, this thinlet is basically 4 inches by 5 inches, so that's what I cut my cardstock to also. So I mentioned to you, I'm going to turn it just a little bit. I want to give like different cuts to it, and plus I think it will help my cutting mat not get so gnarly from the precision base plate. So I'm going to run it forward and backward through. It's hard to do it from the side because I'm used to like standing on the end of the big shot, and I don't know, just better leverage, I think. Okay, so I did one way through. Okay, and then I'm just gonna tilt it the other way. It's kind of just, instead of like doing it vertical one way and horizontal the next way, but I don't know why I decided to do that, except that I feel like it will potentially help my cutting mats too. when you use the precision base plate, it definitely does wear on them more, especially when you have a really thin, like an edgelet or something that you're using with it. So I'm done with the Big Shot, and I'm just going to use the die brush. So you still want to, everything's still all together on here, and you just run this across here, and it helps push it through. Like maybe the backing of the adhesive isn't cut through, so this actually, it really did help it. Okay, so a lot of the little pieces come out. I'll show you the, I don't know if you can see this in the light. I feel like it's funny light. So this is what it looks like. But it looks like it cut through here well, so that is helpful. But I'm not going to take the time on video to take that all out. I'll deal with that later. So that was a white piece, but what I want to do, what I want to use for my projects today is actually the Highland Heather piece. I did use the white piece because of some of the things that I pulled out of it, but for what I'm doing now, I'm using Highland Heather. So the first thing that I'm going to do, so obviously, eventually this I'm going to put on, by the way, if those comments are in the way, because they are whenever I'm like doing this, if the comments are in the way of you watching, you can swipe them to the right to get them out of the way so they're not showing, they're not in the way of seeing what I'm doing. Okay, so obviously this is an entire piece that I can make a card out of. I'm going to put this on a card base. But I have something else to do with it first. So I have all my, there's, unlike some of the thinlits that we have, can you see that there's tiny little dots here too? I think it's like kind of part of the flurries, part of the blizzard, whatever. These actually come out. It's not just, like it's not just a poke hole to help release it. You actually get little dots that come out. So this is going to make a card. But first I have another thing, and I totally, other than kind of basic card design, I kind of came up, well obviously colors, I changed the colors, but I came up with a basic card design, but the concept of doing these three things for these three cards, that was totally Ilonka's idea, so I'm totally stealing her idea, and I loved it. So what I'm doing is I have my piece of Whisper White cardstock, and I'm putting my cardstock that's been run through the Thinlit, and I'm taking my Highland Heather, don't need my die brush anymore, and I'm taking, we have, what are they called? Sponge brayers. I wanted to say foam something. Good thing I wrote it down. I just get forgetful when I'm on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink up. Can you see it? I don't even know that I need to be in here, but I'm inking up my sponge brayer, and I'm going in one direction, picking it up and going. If I went back and forth like this, went like this, I would just be inking up just the one side of the sponge. So you pick it up just like you would a paint roller if you're painting a wall or something. So I inked it up, and I'm gonna go over this and I'm just gonna keep sponging. It would probably be helpful too, and I actually did just do this. I didn't when I first started, but I did after I was making a couple cards or whatever. It probably would be helpful for you to ink up your, oh, I just moved it. Ink up your ink pad before doing this, so then you get good color. Now you can do this as lightly or as inked up as you'd like. I'm not going to worry too much about it. Oh, I do want some more. Okay, so here's my card so far. It's kind of bare up here a little bit. I want to add a little more. It doesn't have to be complete. You know that you don't always see the complete snowflakes or whatever. So I want some in that corner here. You probably could try it. Some of you might have the sponge daubers but not have the sponge brayer. You probably could try it with that too, but I feel like it might take you a little bit longer because you're not covering as much space, or you'd feel like you had to be pickier or whatever. All right, so here's my card so far. So I'm going to finish this card first. Now, one thing that you might want to do, I didn't find this. I didn't have this on my other one. I must have had it cut more. So you may or may not be able to see this. Because I cut this to the size of the thinlet, I have sponging over on the outside here, which probably really won't be able to be shown, or it won't matter so much with my card design. But if you don't want that sponging, cut your cardstock to be the same size as your card front, and then you can just trim it down to this size once you are done sponging. Okay, so here's my card, and now I'm going to continue with Highland Heather, and I'm using these snowflakes here, and so I'm going to, like, obviously these are going, even though it's Highland Heather, it's still a light color. These are going to be a lot deeper of color than what the sponging was. So it adds a little dimension, and that one spot is bugging me. Let me see if I can get it right. We're going to try it. If they're not right, then we're just going to have extra snowflakes. Oh, that looks good. Even though I didn't get it on there right, it made it look like there are just extras there. Okay, now I already cut this piece. It's pretty tight on here for size-wise, and I didn't want to miss it on camera, so I did it ahead of time. So this saying is in here too, thinking of you with love, and this is the smallest of the square stitched shapes framelets, the smallest square of that. You know that they come in circles, squares, ovals, right? Okay, now I'm gonna put two dimensionals on here. You know I don't skimp on dimensionals. Okay, so we're just gonna put this right here. So far, and then we're going to use my favorite ribbon, which is the polka dot tulle ribbon. So just going to tie a knot. Oh, I cut it kind of close. I think I did it because it's kind of stretchy, so I figured that it would be okay. Do you know that? Oh, the other reason is because I was doing it the long way. Okay, so that's part of the reason. Okay, so do you know that when you're cutting ribbon, like if you're going to be making a whole bunch of them, like for a class or whatever, when you're cutting for the long length of the card, you need 16 inches to have, so that you have good grip on it, and if you're cutting for the short width of the card, you need 14 inches. I learned that a while ago, and it's very helpful, so I don't have to do that thinking so much anymore. Okay, so here it is again, but I have one more, or two more little spots if I, oh, I'm missing something. Well, we're just going to do without it. Oh, I have it. Okay, so in my little container here, I have several, I need to pop them out. Several of the white snowflakes that came out of the thinlet, and I I want one of them on here for a little embellishment. So I'm putting my snowflake on there, and I'm sliding off this tiniest rhinestone for on there too. Whoopsie. I slid it off too far. Alright, and here's my card all done. Seems like weird lighting again, sorry. Okay, so here's card number 1. Okay, done with that. Now I'm taking this piece that I just got done with the sponging, and I'm peeling the backing off of it. I have to be kind of careful because some of these, the biggest snowflake has, like, can you see right here? It has these extra, I don't know, the center pieces seem more fragile because they're all opened up or something. I don't know how to explain it. So I need to take it off carefully. I love multi-purpose adhesive sheets. They're amazing. Okay. So then I have another card. This is another white card base. So we're just going to put this right on here. So this is the sponged one. So you have the color on there and the sponging. And then this card's just going to finish up really easily. I have this this strip of white, and using black Stays On. Remember, I can use Stays On instead of Memento because this is a rubber stamp. If it were photopolymer, I would need to use Memento, because when I'm doing something like this or in a class, I'm not able to clean it right away. So I need black Stays On, can damage your photopolymer stamps. Okay, so this is the one, if a hug were a snowflake, I'd send you a blizzard. Okay. Then I'm using, did you guys get any of this glittered black organdy, I think it's organdy ribbon? I love it. So I'm just going to tie this on here for a little contrast. I like the black and white, excuse me, with the Highland Heather. So once I left over right, right over left, and then once I get it where I want it, then I hold one and pull the other, and it helps kind of square it out. I'm going to trim this. This is so, I like this just little bit of ribbon on here. Okay, then I'm going to use more dimensionals. I'm going to use strips. I'm going to put it, oops, I grabbed a regular one too. I guess I'm going to go this way because I grabbed too many. Do one here. So I'm doing center, middle, center, middle. That's the same. Doing both ends and the middle. So, because I hate when things squish down. That's why I don't scrimp on dimensionals. And I needed to do dimensionals because I wanted the ribbon on here. So we're going to put this on here. Here's my next card. Kind of cute, huh? Okay. Then my, excuse me, sorry. Then my last card, I wanted it to be a Z fold. So this is, at least that's what I call it. I think it's called a Z fold. So what I do to make this, you can do it really easy and not have to worry or try to remember the measurements. You could just score in half at 5 1/2 and then score in half of that at 2 3/4. But I like it, I don't know, I like it being offset a little bit rather than just in half. So these cut or score lines are at 6 inches and 3 1/4 inches. Okay, so here's this one. Now what I'm doing with this one is I'm doing some stamping here. So this is, I honestly do not know what this is supposed to be. A big old blizzard, I guess. So I'm stamping off because I don't want it that dark on here for this part. So I'm stamping off. I'll ink it up well. Stamp it off well. Get it on here. I'm also going to do this edge here. That's one of the things that I like about these Z-fold cards, is because you have like inside and outside design, but it's like all in the front. I don't know, I just like that. Okay, so there's that one. Then we have a little blowing kind of stuff here that looks like wind blowing, and I'm not stamping off this one. So here's my card so far. All right, then I'm putting down more snowflakes. So I happen to have, I'm not sure if there's just 5 or if there's more than that, but I have 5 different snowflakes here. So I have one of each that I'm pulling the backing off here. So this white against the Highland Heather is quite helpful and lovely. So I'm going to press that down. And here's another one. On the wrong side. And here. This didn't pop everything out. There we go. This one I want it to be off a little bit. So in a second I'm going to cut this if I can find my regulars. Oh yeah, they're there. I'm going to trim off that extra. I like things to not be perfectly in the center of everything. I want it to look normal, like it's a design. It's not just oh, everything has to fit on here perfectly. So same with this side here. Then I have one more little snowflake. This one looks like an asterisk, like you could use this for something else too. Ah, I like that. Okay, my scissors over here. So I like going from the back. So then, I don't know, I tend to be able to just put my scissors right up against it and just cut off what I need cut off. Okay, so one last thing for this card, and I already stamped this part too, because same reason, there's not much room on here. This is the neck size of the square. Oh, I was just using 3. 4 works though. This is the neck size of square, stitched square framelit. And this one says, oh, I forgot, there's one more stamp I gotta use too. This one says, snowflakes are unique in their own beautiful way. And I remembered I had another stamp because of the one that goes with it. Where'd it go? And what goes with it says, and you are extraordinary. I like that. So I stamp it. So here's my card. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. So you stamp it so it doesn't show until you open up the Z-fold. Ha, I love it. Okay, so for those of you that might have just got on, So I just made this card, this Z-fold card. Well, I should start from the beginning. So I used my Thinlit and I sponged and got this going. I sponged through the Thinlit, or through the piece of cardstock that I used the Thinlit on, and then stamped on top of it. And then I used the piece that I sponged through for this card. And then this is actually, the white is obviously through a white piece that I did rather than, I have Highland Heather snowflakes, but I didn't use that on any of these 3 cards. So all these came from like kind of one idea or one thought or whatever. And I'm going to pull you guys up now because I'm done stamping. Hi, Teresa. Thank you for the compliment. I love these. Oh, Sherry, you better share my video if you want to give these cards to your mom. Or maybe you better buy the bundle. So the Thinlit itself is actually on sale today as part of the closeout for, it's discounted 15%. But if you want the whole bundle, like I like the sayings in it, if you want the whole bundle, it's still better to get it as a bundle as opposed to separately. Okay, so I have 3 more cards for you. So here's one, here's a different take on the first card that I showed you. So I wanted, I don't know, I wanted more of the Highland Heather there. Marsha and Sherry are going to have a little conversation while we're stamping. Okay, and so here's the white version of the last one that I did. Oops. Let's do it this way. That's good. All right. I still like the other one better. Much faster than I'd even think of being. Well, you mean my stamping? A part of it is because I had part of it prepped. That just helps for, you know, showing you on video, Dina. Okay, and then here's another simple one. Which one did you really like? The one with the Highland Heather on the bottom, Marsha? This one? Yeah, I kind of like that one too. Okay, so here's one. This one was really simple because I'm dropping stuff. Because obviously it's just the piece with the Thinlit that I did, and then I just used 2 pieces, black and Whisper White. One is 1 inch wide and one is, I didn't want the 1.5 inch, I wanted 1 1/4. So I used it with the triple banner punch, and then just put some rhinestones here, and dimensionals, of course. So yeah, so I was a little afraid to just show the Highland Heather, but I don't know, there's so many, I feel like there's so many designs even just in this, so I like it. Can't believe how many different cards you came up with. Yeah, I know, thanks, Sherry. And it was really early in the morning when I was working on it too. Oh man, I'm so silly. So the 3 cards that I showed on video, those are what's up for grabs. So remember to share my video and to like it and come back and comment that you shared it. And oh, of course it was, yes, early in the morning. Yeah, I'm silly sometimes. So these are in the holiday catalog. If you really liked this bundle, either both together or separately, it is on the retiring list, as in it's not going forward in another catalog, so you have to get it now. So yeah, I can't think of anything else that I have to share with you. Oh, I have one thing that I can share with you. Thanks, Marsha. But I don't know where I have it. Oh, here it is. One of the things that you can buy today too is it's another bag, but this is one that you can get without having to be a demonstrator now. This is a bag, a I don't know how it's called. It's got a name and I don't remember it all. This is for holding your Stamparatus. So the Stamparatus can go in here, and then over here I have the extra plate and the grid paper, and in the front I have an extra set of magnets in case I break mine. So this is something you can get. This is $29, or you can order the whole the bag and the Stamparatus if you don't have that for $78. That's just, it's not a price break, it's just a single item number instead. So this is something that you can get, and it has a shoulder strap too. So I know. Sherry, did you see my bag that you have to be a demonstrator to get? I feel like you didn't. I don't think I saw you last week. So I'm showing you that too. So this is something, it's full because I took it to an event Saturday. This is something, it's amazingly big. You have to, I have so much stuff in here. There's optional things that you can put in here. This is something that as a demonstrator you can choose this as part of your kit right now, or in oh, you did see that one last week? Okay. Or during celebration you can choose to have your kit be $30 more expensive, as opposed to, like right now if you were to do it, it's $50. And during celebration you get more free stuff in your starter kit too. But if you really want the bag, you can do it now. I know I wish you could just order it also, except I would like you on my team, so that would be a good thing. You haven't used your Stamparatus yet. It has a manufacturer flaw. Yeah, you need to tell me about that, Dina. What's up with that? How have you not used it but you know that there's a flaw? You need to tell me what's going on with that. So I don't know if you're coming to pick up orders, or I'll see you not this week but next week for club. Make sure that you bring it so we can take care of it, or tell me what the deal is and I'll see what's going on. So hi Kathy, I see you're on now. Just for your benefit, I will show you quick the 3 cards that we made, or I made. So here's one. You're going to have to go back and watch so that you can see how I did it. Here's 2. And here's 3. There's more on there too, but I'm not going to show you them all because I just went through that. So, so I think that's it. So let me know if there's something that you need, or you have questions or whatever. Remember, the Beautiful Blizzard is a retiring item. It will be available while supplies last, but for sure it will be gone by June 2 is the last day. Celebration starts June. Ha! January. Good thing I catch myself occasionally. January, it's not going to be available still in June. January 2 is when the holiday catalog will be completely done, and celebration starts January 3. So, okay, I think that's it. If you have more questions, I guess I got here a little late. Yeah, I'm sorry, Marilyn. I don't know how that keeps happening. Oh, I know. We do want summer, Marcia. I did not really remember that it was supposed to be snowing, and then I opened the door when Tyler was heading out this morning. So yeah, I've been doing are you saying how long have we been demonstrating, or how long have I been doing Facebook Lives? It may be having to do with lack of sleep. But you know that I just talk goofy anyway, no matter what. So okay, I think that's it. So let me know if you need anything or have questions. Share, comment, like, and I will let you know on Monday. I will announce who the winner is. So demonstrating, I've been doing it. Thanks, Marilyn, for sharing. Um, I know I'm always entertaining. That's not always a good thing, though, Sherry. I've been demonstrating almost 17 years in January. So, yeah, I have lots of fun. I love you guys so much. So, have a wonderful day and be safe on the roads if you have to head out. Oh, gotcha. Okay. You can go back and watch it, Kathy. Hopefully it should still be here. So have a wonderful day and be safe if you're going on the roads. Thanks, Sherry. Bye.